Hey everybody, welcome to another amazing whiteboard video. Today we're going to answer that question that I know has been on everyone's mind. Would you take $2 million or would you rather have $100,000 a year for life? So this is a question that actually came from one of my clients who I was speaking with last week. And she asked me this question, and you know what? I thought this would make a great video for the rest of our followers. And we're going to tackle this the only way Kohota knows how. We're going to do the math. So let's get to it. We only have one assumption today, and that assumption is going to be a 10% annual return. So let's start on the math. First up will be $100,000 per year for life. All right, so I did the math ahead of time. I'm going to cheat again a little bit. So 10 years in, we are going to have $1.8 million. Now we've only gotten $1 million so far from our $100,000 a year. But due to the 10% return, we've already turned it into $1.8 million. So just 10 years in, we're almost already up to that $2 million that we would have had in this other scenario. So I like where this is going. Let's play it out a little bit longer. So 20 years. So 20 years in, at $100,000 per year, we would have $2 million that we would have brought in. But based on the return again, we'll be up to $6.3 million. So again, 2 million in. So 20 years in, we've already gotten this 2 million that we have up front, but we've turned it into 6.3 million. That's pretty darn good. 3 times the amount that we have. Let's keep going. Let's say that you're young and you're going to live 40 more years. What happens? Well, after 40 years, at $100,000 per year, we would have had $4 million. Good news is we've turned that into $48.7 million. I like where this is going. I mean, that's insane. We've more than probably 12 times the amount of money that we initially got in over this time frame. The consistency of that coming in year after year after year is really making a huge difference. $4 million turned into $48 million. We're going to do one more. For those of you that are really, really young and have all the time ahead of you, what if we had 60 more years that we were able to collect this? That would be a total of $6 million total that we would have collected from this $100,000 per year. And that $6 million we've turned into an astounding $334 million. I just can't even grasp that. $6 million over the course of 60 years, and it turned into $334 million. That's incredible. This one's going to be tough to beat. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the other scenario on this one. So, if we had got $2 million up front, but then nothing for the rest of our life, what would that turn into? I'm a little scared because I don't really like, this because we're only starting with 2 million and we're already at 6 million over here. So we'll see how it goes. All right, 10 years in, if we start with $2 million, we will be at $5.2 million. Okay, that's awesome. We already have more than the other side, but you know what? I would expect that at the beginning where you have a big amount of money. Let's see what happens as we continue to go. So 20 years in, we're at 13.5 million. We're going to keep going. 40 years in, we're at 90.5 million. And then an astounding 60 years from now, just starting with that $2 million, we're going to be at $609 million. Almost twice the amount that we had with the 100K per year. So let's let this soak in for a second. 100K a life on its face sounds really exciting and sounds really good, right? Why would a lot of people, and in fact most people, would choose this option if you ask them right up front? Well, they probably choose this because they think it's safe. There's consistency. It's predictable. It's consistent. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. It comes and shows up every single year, like clockwork, $100,000 a year. But in reality, the $2 million up front would have returned way more than that consistent amount, even though you got 3 times the amount over the 60 years. You got $6 million into your pocket rather than $2 million. So 3 times the amount, but not even close to the amount of return. So what's the point of this? I think the point is that really know your numbers. On the face of it, most people probably would have selected this one over here and they would have been wrong. I think the other lesson here is to learn how to multiply money. And then once you learn how to multiply money, trust yourself to multiply it. A lot of people will take this one because they don't trust themselves. They'll get $2 million into their pocket and they'll spend it. They'll get $2 into their pocket and they'll spend it. So there's a level of not trusting your own behavior and your own ability to actually grow that money and multiply it. So that's why a lot of people will take this one. It's safer and they just don't trust themselves. Well, being a Kohota member and watching these videos is actually going to help you gain that education and gain that literacy so that you will feel comfortable. This won't be intimidating anymore. This will be like, heck yeah, give me that up front. I know how to make money. 10%, no problem. 20%, even better. I'll figure out how to multiply that money and give me it up front. And the third thing that I think you could take from this exercise is that both time and compound interest, they do amazing things to money. So take a look at this. Let it soak in. I hope someday somebody does offer me $2 million right up front because I will definitely take that. And after seeing this, I hope you will too. So watch some of our other videos, and if you have any questions, reach out to us, subscribe, and get alerted to any other videos that we're going to post. Check us out at Kohota.com, and until next time, take care. Thanks.